Welcome. What's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. Thank you for joining us tonight. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, September 16th. Excited for this week. You got Texas A&M rolling into town. I don't know if you guys just saw it. 26-point favorite Alabama taking on Texas A&M. Will, of course, bring you Nick Saban's press conference tomorrow right here on BamaInsider.com. That'll be at 12 p.m. Central Time. Alabama rolls last night, 62-7. You guys believe that? Right? 62-7. And it was all Alabama besides that first play from Ole Miss. Read you the scoring summary. We're going to pipe in some of Nick Saban's comments. Then I'll take your calls here in a little bit on the BamaInsider.com live stream. All our coverage back on BamaInsider.com. And I think a good place to start out with, we'll just let's go over a couple of plays from the scoring drive, and then I'll pipe in Nick Saban's press conference. All right, so we'll let everybody get on in here to the chat, and then we'll get rolling. All right, so game opens up. You guys saw it. DK Metcalf, 75-yard touchdown, just like that. Ole Miss on the board, strikes first, punches Alabama right in the mouth, leading 7-0. Alabama, no problem. A 59-second drive, right? 59-second drive. It was Damian Harris, a 43-yard run. Bolibus kick made it 7-7. Then Alabama, they just press it down. Press the hammer. Nick Saban was like, drop the hammer, right? Jerry Jeudy, 79-yard touchdown pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And then it was just avalanche Alabama touchdowns. Najee Harris next with a 10-yard touchdown. Irv Smith. I got Irv Smith on my college fantasy football team, and he is doing work. Irv Smith last night actually targeted 6 times, scored another touchdown on a laser throw from Tua Tagovailoa. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're just joining us, it's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. All our coverage on BamaInsider.com. Thank you for joining us tonight, wherever you're coming from. I'll open the lines in just a second, 205-686-3604. Be sure and give me a call, and I'll get you guys on the line. I got some really cool stuff on the website today. I posted the snap counts and grades for the entire team from yesterday. You can go on BamaInsider.com and read that. You can check out snap counts, how they fared against some good competition. I mean, Alabama, we thought, right, they were going to be tested by what appeared to be and still is a very good receiving corps and a really good quarterback. But Alabama completely shut Jordan Ta'amu down. 7 of 22. Can you believe that? 7 of 22, 133 yards on the game. All right, we will pipe in Nick Saban's press conference in just a second. Coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Last night, it was my first time. All right, let me get you guys going. It's my first time in Oxford yesterday. I liked it. It was a nice town. I liked that city square, and then Alabama did their thing. So thanks for joining us. If you're just coming in, Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. Here's Nick Saban's opening press conference remarks after Alabama's 62-7 victory over Ole Miss.
Well, I was very pleased with the way we did a lot of things tonight, especially the fact that we gave up a big play, 75-yard bomb on the first play of the game, and I think showed tremendous resiliency to actually just take the ball right down the field and score as if nothing happened, and then the defense didn't give up any more points the rest of the game. And these guys have very explosive offense, very explosive receivers, and I thought our guys did a pretty good job, after that. So a lot of players got to play. Which is a good thing, helps their development. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that we could do better that we'll learn from, and we need to improve as a team. I think there's a lot of competition in our league, and regardless of the score, one of the things that I thought we did well was came out and started the second half well. So, we had, I was really, really pleased. I was concerned about first game on the road. This is a tough place to play. Their explosive offense, the number of points that they scored, how we would respond on the road, how we would handle the crowd noise with the quarterback, and who's never been in a situation like this before. And I have to give us a good grade in all those areas. So I was pleased. But we got 24 hours to enjoy this. We got another big game next week.
Real quick, we saw Tua getting worked on the sideline. What was his injury status?
He's not injured.
Nick, as far as it's a finished product, with the first 3 games with a new play caller, are you pleased with how he's making people defend the entire field and just kind of?
Yeah, I think that's what we wanted to try to do, a year ago. I think the combination of, what Mike has done in the past of being a spread guy, having Brian here last year who basically gave us the New England Patriots passing game. Now the combination of those two things is really, really effective. And we have good skill players and good quarterbacks who have been able to make plays. So I'm pleased with what we're doing. Consistency is always the key to the drill. I think our offensive staff does a really good job of preparing our players. Dan Enos has done a really good job with the quarterbacks. Mike has done a really good job of controlling, the whole leadership necessary to get guys to do things the way they need to do them to be productive and effective, and it's worked out well so far.
Nick, you knew things that you felt the defense did especially well tonight?
I'm sorry?
I said, what were some of the things that you felt the defense did especially well tonight? Just what went in, just going down and offense like
Well, I don't know if I got the stats right here, but, this team scored 76 points. And they had 248 yards of total offense, and they had 75 of them on the first play. So I thought we did a good job of executing the plan. I thought the players played hard. I think we did a really good job up front because the plan was not to pressure a lot in this game, to get pressure with 4 guys rushing so we could play, split safety coverages and try to take the big plays away. So we did a good job of executing the plan. I think the turnovers were big, the interceptions were big. Knocking the ball off the quarterback. I think we got 3 turnovers in the game, which is our goal. So I thought we tackled better in the game. So, I was pleased with the progress that we made.
All right, that was Nick Saban, his opening remarks, and you can watch the full press conference on our YouTube channel. Just look for the Nick Saban press conference, and you can find right in where you need to go. My name is Kyle Henderson, coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, following Alabama's 62-7 victory over Ole Miss. Remember last year they beat them 66-3 here in Tuscaloosa. This weekend, Alabama will take on Texas A&M. Texas A&M, just a couple weeks ago, almost took down Clemson. You guys remember that? That came down to the wire. In Vegas has this game between Alabama and Texas A&M. Alabama is a 26-point favorite. That's a big line, right? And I thought last week was a big line, but the way Alabama is just blowing through teams, I think you gotta go with it, right? I mean, Alabama right now is a buzzsaw for teams, and until defenses can figure out if they have enough talent to put on the field with Alabama, Alabama's just going to be slicing people up. I mean, what Tua Tagovailoa is doing right now is simply incredible. Last night, 11 for 15, 191 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Jalen Hurts was 7 for 10, 85 yards with 2 touchdown passes. Damian Harris, 5 rushes, 62 yards, including a 43-yard touchdown. Tagovailoa, he actually had 47 yards rushing as well last night, which was second on the team. Najee Harris got 9 carries for 38 yards, and Brian Robinson, we saw a good amount of him last night, 10 carries for 32 yards. Receiving-wise, Jerry Jeudy, 6 touchdowns in 3 games. My goodness, he is just on a tear. As a sophomore, I can't even wait to see what he does the rest of the season because Jerry Jeudy is really separating himself. And I think it's clear. We all knew since he won that A-Day MVP as a freshman that he would be the next phenom receiver type guy. But what he's doing is pretty exceptional. Last night against Ole Miss, 3 receptions, just 3 receptions, 136 yards, a 79-yard bomb. He had 2 touchdowns in the first game, second game, third game. Any way you put it, he's going to be a tough matchup. And how they have him at the slot position, even Nick Saban said, he's a tough matchup to deal with. And Jerry Jeudy's something special. Devontae Smith, 3 receptions, 28 yards. He's been targeted a bunch this year. Henry Ruggs, it looked like he was walking to the locker room. And then I saw a picture after the game. He had a bandage over his left hand. Doesn't seem to be too serious. I mean, Nick Saban didn't even address it. And then also, it looks like Tua Tagovailoa was having some cramping issues. A lot of people were concerned about an injury. It looks like it's cramping, so I don't think it's anything to worry about. And just like after the press conference. Saban said he's fine. Kyle Henderson coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Going to open the lines in just a minute and get your calls on the show, 205-686-3604. Wanted to read you, I got a couple mailbag questions coming in. Here's a mailbag question coming in. Meg32 writes, Mac Wilson doesn't seem healthy. He's fighting, but doesn't look right. After the A&M game, do you think he could sit a couple weeks to try to rest, get him healthier? I appreciate the call, or not the call, but the mail-in, and I actually asked for these questions on the BamaInsider.com premium message board. Regarding Mac Wilson, he had a strong grade yesterday, and there's kind of rumors circulating that his legs broke, that his foot's broken. Until Nick Saban comes out and straight up says that Mac Wilson is injured, he's not injured. He played nearly 50 snaps yesterday. And, he did fairly well. I think a lot of people, I don't know what everyone's looking for from him or what's missing. He graded out well yesterday. So he's not, I don't think his foot is broken. And until Nick Saban comes out and says Mac Wilson is injured, I think Mac Wilson is fine and he's doing his thing. Dylan Moses, another guy, when we look at the grades, hasn't been where we want him in terms of a grade out average. But as we said on the program last time, he's Alabama's next big time inside linebacker, no question about it. And just what he has in terms of his overall ability, we saw him with that big chase down in the first game. Do you guys remember that, where he caught that receiver who was going down the sideline? That was extraordinary. That was NFL type stuff. So I think the middle backers are going to fare well for Alabama. Joshua McMillan had a very good game last night against Ole Miss. Let me see. I was going to bring you guys, let me see. I want to get you guys some defensive overall stats and offensive overall stats. But first, here are the team stats. Let me see. Bring this up for you guys. 1 second. All right, here are the team statistics through 3 games. Alabama has scored an incredible 170 points in 3 games. Opponents have scored 28. It's a 56.7 average to 9.3. That's at Vegas spread right there, right? Even more so. Points off turnover, look at that. 42. This team is opportunistic. First downs, 74 first downs. Rushing yardage, 710 yards. Passing yardage, 924 yards. Total offense through 3 games, 1,600 yards. It's unbelievable, right? This offense and the defense, really incredible. And I'm excited to see if Texas A&M could somehow slow these guys down, because they are on an absolute tear to start the season. I think teams that have them on the schedule, think about it. Let's see. Alabama has coming up on the schedule. They have A&M, following week, Louisiana, Lafayette. That game's also at home. Then they take on Arkansas in Fayetteville. You saw what happened to Arkansas yesterday against North Texas. Then they got Missouri for homecoming. Tell me which one of these teams is going to challenge Alabama. At Tennessee, Jeremy Pruitt, maybe in Knoxville. How about this game? November 3rd in Baton Rouge against LSU. You saw LSU take down Auburn, right? After that, you got Mississippi State, the Citadel, Auburn, all those games in Tuscaloosa. You know how Alabama rolls in Tuscaloosa, right? So I guess if there's any game to really have circled in on the calendar, could be potentially this weekend against A&M, and then that game against LSU in Baton Rouge. Ed Orgeron certainly wants to take down Nick Saban. Here are the offensive stats. Let me get those for you guys. These are the offensive stats through the first 3 games of the season. We'll start up top with rushing. Najee Harris actually leads the team in rushing yards, 203 yards of net yardage, 3 touchdowns, averaging 67.7 per game. Damian Harris, 24 attempts, 178 yards of net yardage. Damian Harris, he doesn't get the rock that much, at least not yet. This is kind of surprising. Tua Tagovailoa, third on the team in rushing yardage, net yardage with 93 net yards rushing. And then Brian Robinson out of Tuscaloosa, Hillcrest High School, 90 yards rushing. Josh Jacobs, we saw him make that big splash in the first game. 17 attempts for 77 yards. Passing-wise, Tua Tagovailoa, efficiency rating of 233.3, insane. He's completed 36 passes off 50 attempts, 72%, which is also incredible. 646 yards passing with 8 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 19 to 28, 1 interception through yesterday, right, against Ole Miss. We saw that. 67.9%, 248 yards. And then Mac Jones is 1 for 5 on the year, 30 yards. That came last night. Receiving-wise, Jerry Jeudy, 11 receptions, 287 yards, 6 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 10 receptions, 204 yards, with 1 touchdown. Irv Smith, 9 receptions, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Punt returning, Jalen Waddell, the true freshman, 7 returns, 111 yards. Kick returning, got Josh Jacobs, 3 returns, 178 yards. And interceptions is in there for some reason. Deontay Thompson leads the team on defense with 2. The biggest ball hawk in college football, right? All right. I'm going to bring up now the defensive stats. Let me switch this up for you guys. These are the defensive stats through 3 games. And I'm going to open the line in just a minute. I just wanted to get you guys well-versed before we start talking about Alabama football and feed you guys the stats and have fun with it. Deontay Thompson, best college football safety in the country, probably in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, right? 15 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 pass breakups. Quinnen Williams is having an incredible season. 14 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hurries. Xavier McKinney had a big night last night. He's having a big year as well. Graded out fantastic. You can read the grades on BamaInsider.com. 13 tackles. Had an interception, which he took to his house last night. Mac Wilson, despite everybody being so concerned about him, he has 12 tackles and 2 pass breakups. Almost had an interception. I think that was in game 1. Isaiah Buggs has 2 sacks, and then leading the team in sacks is Christian Miller, who had a big night last night as well, 2.5 sacks. So those are the defensive stats as well. Coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm going to open up the line right now and want you guys to call in. Want to talk some Alabama football. Want to get your thoughts on this year's team and what you guys think about this buzzsaw unit entering 2018. 205-686-3604. Line is open. Hit me up. I want to talk Alabama football with you. Give me a call anytime over the next 15, 20 minutes, and I will talk Alabama football with you, answer your questions, and we got a call right on cue. Good evening. It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Who am I on the line with, and where are you calling from?
Hey, this Tobias in Phoenix again. What's up, Kyle?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm good. Well, at least it wasn't too late to watch the game in my neck of the woods last night. But man, when I was watching that game, the one thing that gets me is that, like, one, third down, because how this offense will go on third down, it opens up the running game. The defense, besides that one play, played a pretty good game against a good offense against 3 receivers that's going to make the NFL. Mm-hmm. But I think with more experience, defense will be better. But this offense is unreal because I believe that this is the best receiving core, the best group of backs, hell, even the best quarterback that Saban had at one time, where he can realistically see all those running backs they use, those top 3 receivers and the quarterback all playing on Sunday. And I believe that is something right there that is something that Alabama never had, was that explosive offense that can score quick. And I'll say this one last thing. Alabama does run the spread, but the one thing they have over most teams, they're still bigger and stronger than you. So you got a bigger and stronger team pounding you and beating you up with a quarterback that could make any and every throw.
Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling in. Call in anytime.
All right, appreciate it. Everybody eats. Challenge John Doe. Peace, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Everybody eats. I think he's absolutely right. I mean, the way this team is performing right now is simply incredible. I mean, they with Tua at quarterback, he has a great ability to spread the football around. Everybody's getting fed. A lot of receivers are catching the football. They're doing a good job distributing the ball to the running backs, and you got to feed those running backs, right? I'm glad that Brian Robinson got 10 carries last night, 34 yards. Have you guys seen Brian Robinson lately? My goodness, he is big. He is a bad running back, and I just cannot wait to see more from Brian Robinson in the future. Just needs to wait his time, be patient, but because you guys, you have Josh Jacobs to feed. You have Najee Harris. You got Damian Harris, and all those guys play an integral role to this team. And Alabama's offense is just, I mean, it looks unstoppable with Tua back there, right? I mean, you guys have seen the latest lines from Vegas. 3-1 favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Pretty incredible. Good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with, and where are you from?
Hey, what up? This is Matt from Utah again.
Hey, man. Thanks for calling. I love our West Coast callers, man. How's your Sunday been?
Hey, good, man. You know, church, same old.
Church on Sunday. That's right. Yeah. Hey, so what you got? You're on the show. Go ahead. Shoot.
Hey, so I got a question for you, man. So what are your thoughts on Shannon Sharp saying that Deontay Thompson is the closest thing in all his 14 years in the pros to Sean Taylor, one of the greatest, safeties ever to walk the earth?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that come through, and we posted that on the website as well. I mean, talk about a tremendous compliment. Deontay Thompson is a ball hawk. He has a great ability just to read the field, but he also has an ability just to come up and pop you. I think he's one of the hardest hitters on the defense as well. He's very smooth. He's very fluid. I mean, he's an NFL bound player. And getting compliments like that are probably just scratching the surface because he's due for a monster year. You're going to see him in the NFL. You're going to see him playing on Sundays. Not surprised by those comments. You're going to hear more of it. He's a big-time player. Also watch for Xavier McKinney. He's starting to scratch the surface too. I'll let you go. I'm going to get this other call, all right?
Cool. All right, bro. Take care.
It easy, man. All right, good evening. You're on the line with Kyle Henderson. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Nicholas from Pearl, Mississippi.
All right, go ahead, Nicholas. What you got, man?
And I just want to say, Roll Tide. I'm originally from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I've been following your show for a few months now. And I want to say you're doing a wonderful job, man. Keep it going.
Hey, I appreciate it.
And let that tide roll.
All right, man. Yeah, you got any thoughts about yesterday's game?
Not really thoughts, just clarification that this is probably going to be the best team. Best Alabama team ever put together. Defensive-wise, will get better each game. We're getting more explosive. I really don't think we're going to lose in about another year or two. Yeah. I think we're looking at the new dynasty, the new, the new Miami Hurricanes. And we're going to have fun, man. Recruitment's going to be great. We're unstoppable.
I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, the dynasty, right? The new dynasty is, has the dynasty even left? It seems like the momentum that these guys have, who's going to touch these guys? And the thing about Alabama, you can call into the show too, 205-686-3604. The sophomore class is phenomenal, right? Tua, Jedrick Wills at tackle, Alex Leatherwood at guard, Najee Harris at running back, Jerry Jeudy on the outside, Henry Ruggs on the other side, Devontae Smith. Those guys are all sophomores, right? It's crazy to think about that unit on offense. Of course, you got guys on defense as well that are hard-hitting sophomores, but the offensive cohesiveness that these guys already have in their second year is going to be hard to beat. And I can't wait to see some of these next quarterbacks come up as well. A lot of people are forgetting that Alabama has Talia Tagovailoa committed. He's not signed. He is committed. And then you have Paul Tyson, who's the great-grandson of Bear Bryant. So if you think we had, before the season, a quarterback debate, right, or we were getting at it about the quarterback, just wait until you have Talia going against Paul Tyson. Can you imagine that? You guys are spoiled, you Alabama fans. You guys are spoiled in riches. It's unbelievable. Call into the show, 205-686-3604. Coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My name is Kyle Henderson. You can find all our coverage on BamaInsider.com. I just posted today the grade outs of all the players on Alabama that saw the field yesterday. I have all the snap counts. I have all the grades of the players, and you can go check that out right now before you crash out and start your week to be productive on BamaInsider.com. 205-686-3604. I'm taking your calls regarding the Alabama Crimson Tide, who are just rolling right through college football, taking on Texas A&M. This weekend, another episode of Nick Saban versus a former assistant, Jimbo Fisher. We saw it last year, too, when Alabama and Florida State played. Remember how much hype there was on that game? I went to Tallahassee. I worked with one of our sister websites. I got another call coming in. All right. Good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. You're on the line. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up, Kyle? This is Dwayne calling from Hawaii.
Oh, man. What's up? Aloha. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's good?
Man, it's really good to hear from you. Is this a good time? Because honestly, I'm starting to build up a pretty good following from Hawaii. So I like to kind of like prolong the show in the evening time to get you guys, a good time. So is the evening time a good time for you guys to catch a show?
Yeah. It's better for us, and if you like this time is perfect.
All right, good stuff, man. Well, you're on the line. Go ahead, shoot.
Yo, imagine if Tua could play 3 solid quarters, what the numbers would be. It'd be ridiculous.
It would be like playing NCAA football on like the easiest level. I mean, last night, he didn't even see 40 snaps. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. And these guys, they should just be lucky right now that he's not even playing full 3 quarters, and then Hurts coming on the 4th quarter, because the numbers would be it'd be off the charts.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Last night, Tua saw 32 snaps. His passing grade, you can find all this info on BamaInsider.com. His passing grade, 90.4. That's like NFL type stuff. His overall grade, 91.2. I mean, what he's doing is incredible. I mean, we've talked to you on the show before. You're not surprised by it at all, right?
Oh, no. Not at all.
What were you kind of were you surprised that Alabama ate up Jordan Ta'amu?
Not really, because I knew that Tua was no shade on Jordan, because he supports the 808 and everything, but Tua is just a different caliber. There's just calibers, and he's just different.
What do you think about Tua? I mean, I don't know if it's too early to talk about it, but I mean, if the way that he continues to play, do you think that he potentially has a shot to really be in this Heisman Trophy conversation?
I mean, if he stays healthy and he does his numbers, and if Saban was to let him do these 3 full quarters, no doubt, I would think, he's taking the Heisman.
What have you seen from Tua that has most impressed you overall?
His accuracy, on 3rd downs, and he's just not shook. He just nothing phases him. He just goes out there, he gets the job done.
Well, I appreciate the call. Thanks for calling in. I sincerely appreciate all our followers from Hawaii. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, go back and if you go back and watch this game against Ole Miss, watch the pass. These are two passes I want you guys to watch. This is some homework for you guys. Go watch the pass that he threw to Irv Smith. That was in, let's see, that was that 12-yard pass. All right, good evening. It's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Miguel. I'm calling from Birmingham, Alabama. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. How's your Sunday going?
It's going great watching Cowboys whoop up on the Giants.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool, man. So what you got? You on the show? Shoot.
I got a question, man.
Yeah.
So if you see Tua doing these things like this to, these mediocre teams, what do you feel the outcome may be by watching the LSU game against the Tigers coming up a couple weeks?
You mean in terms of Alabama versus LSU?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the call. I'll hang up and I'll answer on the other line. Is that cool?
That's cool.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, by the way.
From.
I think Alabama versus LSU, right now, the way Alabama's playing, there's really nobody in college football, in my opinion, that's going to be able to run with these guys, especially offensively. Now, LSU obviously improved, beating a very good Auburn team yesterday, and anything can happen, especially when you travel on the road. It's going to be a hostile environment, but, man, I don't see anybody touching these guys.
Beating a very good Auburn team yesterday.
Hey, how you going? You're on the show. Could you turn down your computer, please?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man? Could you turn on your computer, please?
Sorry about that, bro. I didn't know it answered.
You're good. You're good, man. Is this Rob in Colorado?
Yes.
I'm starting to memorize these numbers. How about that, everybody? Hey, man.
Good.
What's
that's
up,
pretty
Rob?
Impressive to memorize numbers, though.
How's your Sunday, man?
I'm a little mad. I'm a Packers fan, by the way.
Oh,
for
you
my
can't
NFL
be mad.
teammates. You saw that hit, right?
Oh, you
With
can't.
Clay Matthews?
You can't be mad. You got Aaron Rodgers. Stop.
I know, but that was a bad call. The Clay Matthews hit. And that's why I hate the NFL, man. That's why I watch college football.
Hey, man. So what you got college football related for us?
What was I gonna say? So I hear people calling in talking about they want Tua to play 3 quarters. Tua has about 700 yards in a few quarters?
Yeah.
Over 3 games?
Yeah. He's not even playing. He didn't even play 40 snaps yesterday.
Yeah. So he'd definitely have over 1,000 yards right now, and he'd be like number 1, probably leading the league. Our wide receivers would have crazy stats. But what Nick Saban's looking at, he's looking at LSU, Auburn, Mississippi State, Georgia, and whoever we play in the playoffs. Like, Tua is kind of injury prone. I hate to say it, but the Louisville game, he had a scare, or we all had a scare. The game yesterday, he got cramps. He had to leave. He had to go to the locker, and he's so valuable. He scores, like, press a button and he scores. So we kind of have like one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league, aside from Trevor Lawrence and Clemson and Fields in Georgia. We got Hurts as a backup quarterback, and you can't tell me he's gotten better.
Yeah, over the last 2 games, Jalen has shown signs of improvement. With that said, he hasn't had to come in a situation where his back's against the wall. He's coming to games where, you play with so little pressure when Tua has got you up by 28 points, right? Now, I'm not hating on Jalen because a couple of those passes that he threw, especially that one to Jerry Jeudy, those are some nice balls.
Yes.
He was really high in efficiency last week, and yesterday he was 7 to 10. I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts, and I think that he is showing improvement, but I think in terms of this whole 2 platooning thing, you got to keep Tua safe, obviously, but you got to let Tua eat and do what he's got to do because we're watching a quarterback that we haven't seen in Alabama. Someone said this. Someone said they haven't seen a quarterback like Tua. Did they say since like Joe Namath? It was some like they've never seen a quarterback in Tuscaloosa like Tua. You got him. So does he deserve to play more than 40 snaps? Obviously, but you got to keep him safe, just like you said.
That's why I like Nick Saban's system. I like it. Nick Saban is a genius.
Oh, yeah.
He start Tua, get the score up. We all know what he can do, and then put Jalen in there to keep Tua safe. Mm-hmm. Makes perfect sense.
Hey, Rob, well, I appreciate the call, man. Call in next time. It's always really good to hear from you. I sincerely appreciate you calling in tonight.
Sweet.
All right, take it easy, Rob.
Bye.
man, I really like my callers. So, and all you guys out there, I sincerely appreciate you guys calling in. I try really hard to give you guys a good show. I want you guys to have a good product. And, I would hope that you guys give us some business on BamaInsider.com. So my email is Kyle@BamaInsider.com. Always here to answer your customer service questions, talk football with you. I will be here in Tuscaloosa as Alabama takes on Texas A&M. Can't wait for that matchup. All right, good evening. It's Kyle Henderson. Who am I on the line with, and where are you calling from?
From Alabama.
You know what? We have a bad connection. Maybe try to call in again, okay? All right, the last call, we had a bad connection, so lines are still open, 205-686-3604. Hit me up. Let's talk some Alabama football before we close out, and get ready for another big week. Nick Saban's press conference will be 12 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that right here on Bama Insider. We'll post that on our YouTube channel. We also catch up with various players on Monday and Tuesday as we prep for game week. I caught up with Jerry Jeudy, Jedrick Wills, and Irv Smith. Those are posted on our YouTube channel as well. All right. Good evening. You're on the line. Could you turn your speakers down in the background, please?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the line with Kyle Henderson. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York. My name is Jefferson.
Brooklyn, nice. This is our first Brooklyn caller, man. How are things out how are things
long time Kyle fan, since legit. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate it, man.
Pee Wee.
Hey, how's your Sunday going?
It's going well in yours. I can't complain.
Oh
how's
man,
yours?
No, it was beautiful. It was a very beautiful day. Very blessed to be in the sunshine, man. So you're on the show. Go ahead, shoot.
Would you like for me to talk about? Because it doesn't matter to me.
Hey,
I'm
man.
big. I'll tell you this. I've been an Alabama fan for a long time, but when it comes to Jalen Hurts, for the past 2 years, we haven't seen any development. So, Saban putting in Tua was a great idea. Give Jalen something to work for. You know what I mean? But other than that, we've been playing well. I like to see more of our young defensive players play well, play a little better when they come in. You know, I feel like sometimes when they play, I feel like they don't feel like the game is that important when the score is at 52. So when we're up, I like 45, 35. I think it's time to put them in. You know, it's a blowout when it's 35-7.
All right, tell me this. Does this team have a flaw? I mean, you see any flaws on this team?
Our flaw will probably come from our backups. You know, I really don't see a flaw in the defense except for the I can say the passing game a little bit. It's a little shaky in the back when they have lack of communication. You know, they're just gelling now. And when we put in some of our nickel packages, where we have Xavier, Carter, we have Smith, we have Rugg, we have Diggs. I'm sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
We have McKinney, and we have Thompson. I like that, but when we put in Surtain, Joe, you know, guys like that, we need to get them developed. And our receivers too. You know, we have 3 sophomore great receivers, but what about Darius Towson, number 14, I forgot his name.
Terrell Shavers.
Siobhan Shavers.
Terrell Shavers.
Terrell Shavers, sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
And the new one, the one that we just got, number 9, I forgot his name as well. Sorry.
Oh, Xavier Williams.
And Williams, yes. Guys like that. We need our second string and our backup receivers to get in the game more often and work with a little bit of Jalen. I feel like Mac Jones, too, last night, that offensive line, that third string offensive line, you may say, they need to work a little better in protecting Mac Jones because as soon as he came in, he was taking licks. He could not even get back and throw the ball, and I was a little upset at that. You know, I feel like we need to get better in our offensive line. You know, we took out 66 Cotton, and we put in 65 in the second quarter. I don't know if he got hurt or not, but he's good, 65 as well.
Yeah, that's Deontay Brown. Well, I appreciate the call. Call in anytime, man. We certainly
Roll
got
all the way to the national championship.
No doubt, man. We got love for New York too, man. So call in anytime, all right? Take it easy,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
65 coming in. That's Deontay Brown. Didn't grade out exceptionally well, but he saw playing time, and he saw plenty of playing time. There was a lot of guys that got playing time yesterday, and you can read all their grades on BamaInsider.com. We also posted 10 things we learned from Tony Sucarlis, and we're going to have some great recruiting coverage this week because Alabama will be hosting some major targets in Tuscaloosa, taking on Texas A&M. And as I was saying earlier in the program, Nick Saban will take on Jimbo Fisher. Remember, the two worked together at LSU, and then they played each other last year when Jimbo was at Florida State. And Alabama beat up on Florida State in Atlanta. I was at that game. And that game really sent Florida State into a tailspin. Like, Florida State just completely dropped off. And now look at them. The only shiny thing they got is Cam Akers. But besides that, they got that backpack that's been, like an anchor to the bottom of the college football sea. It's incredible, right? I mean, did you guys see that they got beat by Syracuse? I shouldn't be saying anything, but I can't believe Florida State is struggling so much. Kyle Henderson coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 205-686-3604. Hit me up. Line is open. Want to talk Alabama football with you? Be sure and give us a like, a thumbs up. I sincerely appreciate being here talking college football with you. It's really a dream come true to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and we'll have an action-packed week. We've got a ton of content. You can always email me at kyle@bamainsider.com. I wanted to bring you guys up. If there's business owners out there and you guys are looking to, because ideally we would get a sponsor for the show. So if you guys want to become a sponsor of the show, please email me at kyle@bamainsider.com. Would love to talk to you about sponsorship opportunities. You can get your company name or logo on this page right here. We got a ton of followers. We got a ton of viewers on our website, on our YouTube channel. So kyle@bamainsider.com. Please email me and be happy to talk to you about sponsorship opportunities. Leave the line open for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna hit it so I can be rested and recharged for this big week as Alabama takes on their second SEC opponent in Texas A&M. The game will be at 2:30. That'll be a 2:30 kick in Tuscaloosa. It's gonna be interesting to see what Jimbo Fisher brings. Remember, as I said earlier in the program, almost took down Clemson, losing. I believe the score was 28-26. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment box. But Vegas just released the lines earlier today. Alabama favored 26 points over Texas A&M. The two throws that I wanted you guys to watch are Tua's 12-yard touchdown pass to Irv Smith. Check that play out. Honestly, it's incredible. And then check out his third down touchdown pass last week to Derek Keefe. Those are two plays that he threw that were simply incredible. I've also been really impressed with, on the defensive side, Patrick Surtain. Got a lot of playing time. They took out Savion Smith last night after he got torched on that first pass, put in Patrick Surtain, and did well. Did a great job. And on the backside, you had Trayvon Diggs doing a really good job as well. So those are two guys who really needed to step up after Alabama lost all their guys to the NFL, right? That's secondary. So you have Trayvon Diggs, who's really stepped up, lost his job last year to Levi Wallace, now a full-time starter here. Even Shaheem Carter, I think he's doing well. We saw him get a pick six in that first game. And I like Shaheem. I like his game. A solid player. Saw over 50 snaps yesterday. 205-686-3604. Leave the line open for just a few more minutes, and then I will crash out and catch you guys next time. Our next show will be Thursday night. It'll be our pregame show. I invite you guys to call in. And as I always say towards the end of our show, if you're in the United States military, thank you so much for your service. We sincerely appreciate what you do for this great country. And overall, to everybody, be good people. Help people out. Be good citizens out there. There's no better way that you can make an impact in this life than just to simply be good people. I know being nice goes a long way, trust me. So I appreciate all the comments and the positive comments as well as positive criticism inside the comment box. My name is Kyle Henderson, Kyle@BamaInsider.com. Anytime you want to email me about questions about becoming a member to Bama Insider, or if you just want to, you have a question about Alabama football, I have a lot of resources that I could send your way and make your experience following the Alabama Crimson Tide just a little bit better. 205-686-3604. Leave it open for a few more minutes, and then I will catch you guys on Thursday. Quick schedule for this coming week. Monday, Nick Saban press conference at 12 o'clock, followed by a couple player interviews. I'm not sure which players we're going to get to speak with. Usually they bring out upperclassmen, guys who are a little bit more seasoned. Then on Tuesday, we'll actually get to speak to a couple more players, and we will also have some insider reports. What are insider reports? Well, we get to go to practice for a brief period of time and report on what we see if any guys are injured, any guys are in black jerseys, if any guys are missing, etc. And then on Wednesday, kind of the same detail. In the evening on Wednesday, you will have another Nick Saban press conference. That'll be the final time we get to speak to him before kickoff on Saturday against Texas A&M. Again, wrapping up this show, Alabama 62, Ole Miss 7. Pretty incredible what Alabama has done to Ole Miss over the last 2 seasons, right? What was the score last year? 66-3. So Alabama's put up an incredible 128 points in 2 seasons on Ole Miss. All right, well, I'll go ahead and wrap the show up here, but thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. All your coverage back at BamaInsider.com. My name is Kyle Henderson. Thank you so much from wherever you're coming. From Brooklyn, from Hawaii. We got everybody on the show tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Kyle Henderson. Take it easy. Peace.